same from your vast enemy. I am made to Dora, Oko, Egon, a cook si back and bookman, vast enemy. Kelly can book a sank a kim kesu carry the letter, who fought to me say, Emperor, or Waruson. A one, a little a fun bony made in a body domo, that what, Echo to come back, speed limits device. Jenny Bassi, Akama, a young boy, a gumbo Jenny.
Nutumerion okente speed limit device ufo autumn road safety enama alo dise na ame warusun isang etere di waru sobu sopkiusung nutumemi agbeketo kisu akebo yokeko si ufo autumn road safety ekeyo me warusun isang eyen totom ifyo eba nutumemi ibara wonte ke atau wak accident asitapeke asido kenta me warusun esi watu sop ki komo me warusun e mai boke mi mo mima mpo ufo auto road safety ebe nerimi e yon etang siri dom fna mo
motor you use kirame somewhere your 10 years 7 years or even 15 years some of the wires ama made no angal memo ya ga samke motor ni watami because motor ni watami so motor mi wa yo so chiun ki tiaba so wire sa banga dem are mpo pe kono你这个破的嘛的我government，你不搞基金，哦20,000，后边的一方面是喏。
Nutumemi adi dong kofiong inang iswami ke uyo Jenny Bassi okombok NTA.
Bononi on fort ekwe yu karebo ya mani te kerebang. Akikere mo wakari wuru fok kirong memo. Kisang yare seren mo ke woto kemem. Que moi que tan come a moi tan kukari kina makikere di bom mi moiso que enion ofot que soit que boyo que kere ya iko ayo on swam bomi e que si akten ngene ma que iswa 1987 ukara state ke ri kan bo ke me nam non foro adok seremi akpan uyo arugita ukara seremi a moi my boy moro wiso ba ekrebo ke me mi beni bom po foro ino ibo bi tirong ino mbonu kara mi song se mu kara ke bo ndo wana no erion ebo keke ruda ke mbia bon etoi no ete be sikpo itiame toi mbia bon ifai korokpon etoi anu afort nkoro use fort isu ake kana mbono eni on fort eri ba ke tang pa ide mediko mboke isong mimo ama ke ne sanake ngwet eke gwete menyen irongoro ku kara eke bo isong amo etangi ra kara ke bo isong kisong memo eke sanake yen ke do tam pom pa ide memory di ko bida me bo kisong memo ake ne sana itanga tangmi usu fokse mbono eni on forum eke bo u kara di ka eke wen po awoto kiri pene ke ba ke ya would move for mi songo adu fo to mo segem po ba isong medana mdu tam kita o kara state eke ke wen po mi ibono mi etang ete ke kweri wuru fo irong memo ke me ya bene tan so po mekan me una itirong ebe ni no memo
mbok ya gbe yu boy no afende ke mai rai song ganwa obo onu amodo era song gifa obo mi fa mo
man for the win on him e ten you ro mi mandwa o ya ya won ni ki bo ya tiente gomno ari eri twan ni mi mbo mi tembo ya nyeri ro win on him ke ni ere wo
ni wika we ga ge ro mbok isunu gbeye ye young youth afre we ra mi mbok ya ge ne gbeye me dai wuru kar ni mbok ya e sangi de me gbon I ko mi mbok ke ni mbok
ya pe yu do manjwa commissioner for lands afre mo ya isani ke me ya kai no ni
ke me kombo di sombo ya me mo kiru mo mi ko mi do paniko amo e mai ka fo to we segem po ba isong me dai pe kamandu tamke kita ko kara ado mo ki kanne ka commissioner osogore do mo mai ke bet ku 1 minute adi commissioner mimbo me sanga de yaro irong eni on for ki sana ke ngure ke wete e boyso adi rami anya mo di sana ado mo ki kanne ka commissioner mi ini neme ke uyo Dora Oko Ekon ke dangam bongo e wang tom kirong ke di song kaiso adi biang bono wo mboe wet ndebe nomba amoy se kameke si ko kiti on ma ko mo u fo tom police ke state etang ino ron bono wo to e bon komo awo wen were san kuru tang konfo Boya for Yaran, the number for a non memo. If you count on no take or kiddo for to make up a domo, a cook a young woman. Don't come for one of my Korean. Eke no yebo yambono weka ke edomidem ke mu for one a cockade kate Kestinian. And I man a kake bomb medium on me, a kama. I said, I'm going to Miss Ren of Frewo, then a frewo. Senior and Dubega move for one of my cocktails to me. Hey, my kike namado. I don't care to tie sin bomb and I don't come by them. I don't borrow wake a copy to me and I am it to me. Down borrow wo, a set ye don't eat up. A no borrow wo. A band to Tamaco. So made to me say boya. Yambone and Mandubega may move for one of my commie. A yara, me number, never number again or more. A boom say come and you cock. Uso moi say don't eat up. A bouquet. Na mo ke di dungi de bedo kiki for no ke na mo ma ne di dungi de yen ya mo e no number do ku for no ma ko ke no mo ado ta idi on po ano do mpo se me ano mboro wo si ado mo ta bo mpo for no ma ko ke de ne ke bo me mo inam ali ka pa man po fio ino me mo ke da mboro bi emi e do ngi de be edi na mpo mi ke eji be ko mboro wo mo we kama ke ibi biari so mo e wana ida me ko mbo ebo yoke ka ke tan ko mino e ko foto police ke state ma ko de langwa we anya ma tan ko bo ke uto no ri adu we me ke mbet akpan ye ma bo yang bono wo e ko ri don to we mi do foto bo na ma ko adon en bono wo en ngo se mom me number me ndebe number ke no mo akama ni ya ATM karado inom bono wo mbang bono wi ri be ni kina ndudio isungo ko mo ke uyo ye mani du kapte usenfe mo bukate fone ne di kan fone mi tanga yewo lesele
Thank you for joining us on the news at dawn. I am Ifoma Aikoche. The Akwa State House of Assembly has begun the process of initiating an institutionalized legislative internship program for legislators and support staff. The Speaker, Akwa State House of Assembly, Mr. Onofio Kliu, made this known when he received a delegation from the National Institute for Legislative Studies, NILS, in the Assembly Complex, Uyo. Let's bring you details of that report. The Speaker, while addressing personnel from National Institute of Legislative Studies, disclosed that Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly is working towards building an ICT infrastructure that will support legislative work. He retweeted the 6th Assembly's resolve to employ the tool of training and retraining for both the legislators and staff to attain a well-developed structure. Mr. Luke emphasized that the House is poised to do a futuristic capacity building that will transcend all the strata and implore the commitment of the Institute towards this lofty goal.
We are factoring in even capacity building. So if we don't have those who are providing us the groundwork for the capacity building run along with us, then we will have had some slack in the race, we will have had some slack in our legislative action. So we want the people of Akwa Ibom to actually see what we are doing.
Speaking earlier, the leader of the delegation and director training, National Institute for Legislative Studies, Dr. Adeyemi Fabunkesi, said NILS is the research and capacity building institute of the National Assembly that ensures effective performance of legislators and staff members, both at the national and state levels. Mr. Fagimbesi, who was accompanied by other staff of the institute, pledged their optimal assistance to the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly.
We are a service provider. We also engage in research and other support services that would enhance and ensure effective performance of the legislators nationwide.
Among other things, the Institute is expected to beef up capacity building and research through the establishment of a functional virtual library in the State House of Assembly. In Uyo, in line with the presidential mandate on the enforcement of the use of speed limit device in vehicles, the Federal Road Safety Commission has expressed its readiness to commence the enforcement of the device from April 1, 2016. Jenny Bassi in this report seeks to find out the level of awareness by commercial drivers. The report.
The speed limit device is targeted at addressing excessive speed and minimizing road traffic crashes and recklessness among commercial drivers. Statistics shows that in 2015, over 50% of major road crashes was attributed to speed, hence the need for special limit devices on cars used on Nigerian roads. The first phase of the device, which was to commence on September 2015, was postponed to April 1, 2016 to enable stakeholders have necessary framework. Some commercial drivers who spoke described the installation of the speed limit device as a welcome development, promising to abide by the speed limit approved by the Commission.
I don't have idea how they are going to store on the engine that we are driving, because these are our cars. Some of cars we have been using it for so many years. We can say that we should speed 100 and not more than 100.
I'm very happy if government can store this thing for us so that some speed can limit, because some drivers are driving over speed.
Public Relations Officer, Federal Road Safety Commission, Mr. Gus Gibbs Owen, expressed optimism about the success of the initiative, noting that the device, among other things, will reduce the rate of road traffic crashes.
In Nigeria, it's only permissible that on the expressways we wouldn't go beyond 100 kilometers per hour and 80 kilometers per hour on highways. 50 kilometers per hour within build-up areas, depending on the category of roads and vehicle, of course.
Mr. Owen also decried the violation of traffic regulations by drivers who consistently use phones while driving against traffic lanes, and overtaking at bend and corners, warning that offenders will be dealt with.
And what we do most times, we had a directive earlier on that instead of even ordinarily booking this person to go and pay their fines in the bank and thereafter claim their confiscated items or vehicles, we should go ahead to prosecute them.
The implementation of the policy will be in phases, starting with commercial vehicle in April 1, 2016. In Uyo, Jenny Bassi, NTA News.
Indigents of a NTA23rd community and owners of properties in the community have appealed to the state government to reconsider its planned demolition exercise in the area. Speaking during a peaceful protest, the people insisted that government has not acquired any land in the community for development purposes. Clement Barikwi has the details.
After the creation of Akwa Ibom State in 1987, the state government, in a bid to fast-track development, particularly in Uyo, the capital city, acquired lands for government residential estates. Lands for the estate were said to have been sited at Mbiabongetui, Nongete Besiko, Itiametui, Mbiabongetui, Ifai Kodopon, Anoa Fort, and Useo Fort. Years after the transaction, indigents of NTA23rd community in Uyo local government are surprised that their area is now included in the list of villages where government lands are allegedly sited. Already, some residential houses in the community have been marked for demolition by the Ministry of Lands and Town Planning. This, the people say, will expose them to untold hardship and render them homeless.
Pan for the win on him. A 10-year-old Emmanuel. Oh, ya one you keep a yard the governor. I hear it one name in Bomitembo. Yanyari win on him. Can you hear a woe?
We got it on book is an Ukwe, ye young youth everywhere I'm in book. Again, a way made I would carry in book. ya esang ide mekbong economy mbok kenyi mbok
ya ipa yudu we manjo commissioner for lands free more ya isani teme ya kainonya.
Determined to know government true position and whether lands in any of fourth are included in the proposed housing estate, NTA News set out to the Ministry of Lands and Town Planning to speak with the commissioner, but was turned down after several hours of waiting.
The commissioner was said not to be available for comment in your Clement Barikui NTA News.
With the recent increase in activities of fraudsters demanding for bank verification numbers (BVN) of unsuspected members of the public, Akwa Ibom State Police Command has enjoined members of the public not to disclose their BVN to anyone. Nsika Okon in this special report tells us more.
Since the introduction of bank verification number by the Central Bank of Nigeria, it has become a common thing that strange people send series of text messages to bank customers to either confirm their bank verification numbers, send or update their BVN, or called a certain number. It is quite unfortunate that unsuspected members of the public have fallen victims to fraudsters who have defrauded them of their hard-earned income through this means. In an interview with a cross-section of members of the public, the people have described the development as part of the corruption the present administration is fighting.
No, I've never heard of that.
I'm not really aware of that. I know of the one that they will send some text messages to you that you have won so and so amount.
I am aware of the situation. It's all about all of these fraudsters.
Bank always texts us to remind us if we receive text message we should not honor it.
Yeah, I got it and I called my account officer. So he said I should ignore it, that it's fraudsters.
We just have to be watchful. And once you know, most people that fall into such acts are these, let me just say, greedy ones that wants to make fast money.
Some bank officials who spoke off camera say no financial institution will ask for a customer's ATM personal identification PIN, adding that ATM PIN should be kept secret by bank customers. In a swift reaction to the recent activities of ATM and BVN fraudsters, the State Police Command, through the Police Public Relations Officer, Cordelia Nwawe, comments.
In no account should anybody give out a bank verification number to anybody via text message or phone call. It must be your physical presence back to the bank where you operate from. Then you'll be able to give out your bank verification number. On no account should any bank call you and tell you, we're bank officials, we need your bank verification number. It's an ID to your bank.
In Uyo, Nsika Okon, NTA News.
For more news and other information, visit our website on www.ntachannel12uyo.tv. Like us on our Facebook on NTA Channel 12 Uyo, and follow us on Twitter at NTA Channel 12. And now to sports. Sports fans in Uyo have expressed satisfaction with the Akwa United Football Club performance in recent times. And Obon Blaze, who sampled opinions of sports analysts in Uyo, reports that the club is a team to watch out for this season. The report.
Akwa United Football Club on Sunday played a 1-1 away draw with the Sunshine Stars of Akure at the Akure Township Stadium. Sunshine Stars Okiki Afalabi opened the scoreline 12 minutes into the match and was equalized by Akwa United Friday Ubong 12 minutes later. The team held to the draw despite conceiving a red card in the second half, which made Akwa United play 10-man against the Sunshine Stars. Sports fans say the team's performance has been impressive.
Akwa United is now the champion of champions in Nigeria. One of the best teams that we have in Nigeria.
For you to go out of this country and win a match away in the continent, you know, it
3-3 now
tells that that team has done very well.
They advise the team to remain focused if they must continue winning.
The support of our governor and with other executive members of Akwa United Football Club, we will fly higher than this.
Continuous training. Training is continuous. It is nothing that can be stopped halfway, because two things are very important as far as learning and training is concerned.
Meanwhile, defending Nigeria Premier League champions Eyimba Football Club started their title defense on a losing note by losing 1-0 to Rivers United in Port Harcourt. For sports updates, in Urban Blaze, NTA News.
Christians have been advised to seek God in all they do and obey His will at all times. This message was given at the funeral of late Apostle Felix Uwa. He was aged 69. And Urban Blaze again reports that the funeral was conducted by Christ Followers Evangelical Mission, number 14, Adam Duke Street, Calabar, Cross River State. The report.
Before funeral, the body of late Apostle Felix Uwa was laid in state for family members, the church, and friends to pay their last respects. The officiating minister, Apostle Yaorok, who drew inspiration from Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 1 to 2, and Jeremiah 3, called on Christians to always hearken to the call of God. He urged them to ensure that their path is straight with God and also believe and trust in His word.
It will be possible, it will be very reasonable for you today to look at yourself and start correcting your ill vices and backslide your blessed life into the positions of God.
A biography of the deceased, read by his son, Elder Henry Uwa, reveals that late Apostle Felix Uwa was a peaceful and humble man who lived a simple but principled life.
Apostle Felix Azukwa was a founder of Christ Followers Evangelical Mission and trained his friend after finishing his training in a pastoral technology in college.
Tributes and condolences came from the family and church, while a minute silence was offered for the soul of the departed. There was a special Thanksgiving session by the family, and prayers were offered for the bereaved family. The funeral featured song renditions by the choirs. Some family members described the deceased as a loving and caring man who touched the lives of all who came across him.
He was a man of God. He was a disciplined man. He was a very peaceful man, very humble.
He has been a father to so many. He has put a smile on so many people's faces.
Abraham.
The remains of late Apostle Felix Uwa was laid to rest at his compound, Ekri Kamapanobong, Itu local government area, Akwa Ibom State. He left behind a wife, 6 children, 9 grandchildren, and a host of other relatives to mourn his demise. In Ekri Kamapanobong, in its local government area, in Urban Blaze, NTA News.
Now the weather forecast. The weather forecast for Tuesday, February 23, 2016 shows that the morning period will be cloudy at 25 degrees Celsius. The afternoon period will experience intermittent clouds at 36 degrees Celsius, and the evening period will be clear at 24 degrees Celsius. And just before we go, our health tip. The society's greatest wealth is good health. Eat right and live right. And that's the news this morning. Join us again by 7 p.m. for another bulletin. Until then, make NTA your choice station. Have a great day.
Testimony, my testimony. I don't chop as a testimony.
Hooray! It's Children's Jamboree again! the monthly birthday program to celebrate children born in every month of the year.
Children, parents, friends, and well-wishers are invited to celebrate with the celebrants.
There will be games, competitions, and fantastic prizes to be won.
And that's not all. The Jamboree will also feature musical artists, comedians, group performances, and lots more.
What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
Grab your tickets now at
NTA Channel 12 Uyo Finance Department on or before the date of the Jamboree.
Rate 1,000 Naira for celebrants, 500 Naira for friends and others. Children's Jamboree every last Saturday of every month.
The February edition of Children's Jamboree will take place on Saturday, February 27, 2016.
Only one of the parents for each family is allowed a free gate pass. All others should please endeavor to pay 500 Naira only.
Time 10 a.m. prompt. Venue NTA Uyo Arena.
For more inquiries, please contact IT on 0818-365-3225. If you are not there, you are not anywhere else. NTA Uyo Children's Jamboree. Bigger and better every month.